Hi viewers, welcome to our channel Light to Crack Math. If you are a first time viewer of our channel, then do subscribe our channel without fail and click on the bell button to get future notifications of our video. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the very first chapter from the NCERT textbook of grade 7. So the name of the chapter is Integers. And today in this video we'll be seeing the introduction about integers, as you have already learned what are integers in detail in grade 6. So now we'll start off with what are integers. Integers are nothing but a set of positive as well as negative numbers, including the number 0. So we represent integers using capital Z. So capital Z is the set of all numbers from -infinity to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on till plus infinity. Here the numbers 1, 2, 3, so on till plus infinity are called the positive integers of the integer family. Okay, and the numbers like -1, -2 and -3 are called the negative integers. So the one which is standing in the center, our hero, 0, is neither positive nor negative. So 0 has no signs. See, all the numbers on the right side of the 0 are positive. All the numbers on the left side of 0 are negative integers. So both the negative and the positive integers are called the directed numbers. The reason why they are called directed numbers are since they indicate directions. So the plus sign indicates upward movement or something which is positive, and or something which is when added, something that exceeds, and the negative sign indicates all the values which are there below, or something which is decreasing. Okay, so now we will see few other facts about integers. So for every positive integer, suppose a number a, let us consider a number a. So for every positive integer plus a, there exists an opposite number. Okay, so opposite of plus is minus, right? So there exists a opposite number called the negative of a. So how do we call? We call it the negative of a, and we represent it as minus a. Suppose, for example, I am having an integer plus 4. So the opposite number of plus 4 is the negative of 4, that is minus 4. Okay, and the sum of any integer a and its negative, so and its negative means if it is plus a, then the negative of plus a is minus a, is always 0. So when you are going to add a plus minus a, you always get 0. For example, I am taking the same example which I told previously. Plus 4 plus minus 4 is equal to 0. So these are two important notes which you must remember. So note 1 is for every positive integer plus a, there exists an opposite number called negative of a, which is represented by minus a. That is, if plus 4 is the positive number, then the opposite number is the negative of plus 4, which is minus 4. And similarly, when you are going to add an integer plus a to its negative number, then you will get the sum to be equal to 0. So these are the two important properties which you must remember. Okay, so now we'll see what is a predecessor. So now we are going to see what is the predecessor of an integer. So 1 less than given integer is called the predecessor. Or simply, if you are going to consider a number line like this, okay, so I'm going to mark it as 0, 1, 2, -1 and -2. So this number line extends on both the sides. So my predecessor is nothing but on the number line, each integer is the predecessor of the integer just on the right of it. Suppose I'm considering 2. Okay. So which is there on the left hand side? 1. So for 1, 2 is on the right hand side, which means 1 is the predecessor of 2. So I'll repeat, on the number line, each integer is the predecessor of the integer just on its right. So similarly, I'm considering -1. Okay, so 2 minus 1, which is there on the right? 0. So -1 is the predecessor of 0. Okay, got it? So now, since we have saw what is predecessor, next we'll be moving on to the opposite of predecessor, that is successor of an integer. So 1 more than the given integer is called its successor. So the same thing again, we'll compare it with the number line. So this is going to be a number line with 0, 1 and 2, extending this side to the positive and this side extending towards the negative integer. So on the number line, each integer is the successor of the integer just onto the left of it. So now I'm considering 2. Which number is there towards the left of 2? 1. So 2 is the successor of 1. Okay, so now we'll consider this. -1 is to the left of 0. So 0 is the successor of -1. Okay, so now since we have seen which is the successor and predecessor, it will be easy for us to come to a conclusion about comparison of integers as well. Okay, so now let's move on to comparison of integers. So it's very easy to compare in integers when two numbers are given. Okay, so let us be given with any two integers. So just place those integers on a number line and then just observe the one indicated on the right. Okay, so any number which is there on the right hand side is the greater number. Okay, for example, if we are given -4 and -5, so on the number line you have 0, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5, right? So the number on the right is the greater number. So you have -5 here and -4 here. So which is greater? The one which is there on the right. So -4 is greater than -5. So we'll see another example, 1 and 0. So again, this is my -1, 0 and 1. So when I'm comparing 0 and 1, which is on the right hand side? 1 is on the right hand side. So my 1 is greater than 0. Let us check another example where you have 0 and -1. Okay, So 0, 1 and minus 1. So we are going to compare minus 1 and 0. Which is on the right hand side? 0 is on the right hand side. So 0 is greater than minus 1. Okay. So with these two comparison, we can come to a conclusion. That is a very important note about integers. So it goes like this: 1 is greater than 0, right? So what does it mean? All positive integers are greater than 0. So when you have minus 1 is less than 0, how can you conclude that? All negative integers are lesser than 0. So these two are important note which you will have to remember about integers. Okay, so now we'll just go through few other important points to be remembered about integers. So points to remember. Okay, so the very first point is every positive integer is greater than 0. The same thing which we discussed right away. So every negative integer is less than 0. Okay. And then every positive integer is greater than the negative integer. If you want to tell it the other way around, then you will tell it as every negative integer is lesser than every positive integer. Okay, and finally, the greater the number, the lesser is its opposite. Suppose we are considering two integers a and b, okay, such that a is greater than b. But if you're going to take the negative of those numbers, minus a and minus b, your minus a will be less than minus b. So if in the positive note, if a is greater, when it comes in the negative of the same number, minus a will become lesser. So how do we say that? The greater the number, the lesser is its opposite. Let us check with an example. Let us assume our a to be 5 and our b to be 3. So you can see 5 is greater than 3. Whereas if you are going to take the negative version, your minus 3 is greater than minus 5. Okay. So finally, we have one important point to be discussed, that is about the absolute values of integer. Absolute values of integer, which will play a very important role. So the absolute value of an integer is the numerical value of any integer a regardless of their sign. So you will not bother about its sign at all. You will just concentrate on the numerical value of the integer given to you. So to find the absolute value, we use modulus, and the symbol of modulus is like two vertical lines. Okay, so you read it as absolute value. For example, I have given absolute value of minus 3. So here I don't care whether it is positive or negative, so I will just write the numerical value alone. Even if it is going to be plus 5, modulus of plus 5, I will just write 5. Okay. In general, how you can conclude is mod of a is equal to a if a is positive and minus a if a is negative. That is this value. Okay, so mod of minus 3 equal to 3, mod of plus 3 equal to 3. Okay, so with this we come to the end of today's video. If this video was informative, then like our video and share the video with your friends so that they get the light to crack their math.